Greetings and salutations, I am known as Squall. I cast a lot of Starcraft 2 games, and Tuff looked like he spent a few seconds there waking himself up before starting. This is the hero of today's episode, vVvTuff. He is a member of the Aspire team, which is a part of vVv Gaming, the team of which I am part of. His opponent for this game is Search, the Blue Zerg. So, of course, it will be a TVZ, because it could not possibly be a TVP, unless this was a Protoss in disguise. I kind of wonder why the Protoss don't have some sort of ability that disguises their units. I feel like that would be very fitting with their very high-tech feel and, you know, just their overall, you know, like their psionic powers and stuff, too. I could definitely see... I guess they do have the Sentry, which hallucinates stuff, but that... I would like... It would be cool if they had an ability that would make their unit look like a unit of a different race. I mean, I don't know what function that would serve once your opponent actually knows that you are indeed Protoss, but... I don't know. It would be kind of cool. But, no, this is a Zerg. So it is a Terran versus Zerg. Search, of course, is searching with his Overlord to the western side of the map. And he is also searching with his drone. And, let the horrible puns continue. Tuff, on the other hand, will hopefully be a tough opponent. He will be durable against whatever attacks his opponent may send his way. Maybe today will just be the day of me making bad puns. I feel I'd be down with that. I'd be alright with that. So, Search is, of course, fast expanding. Not really sure how I can turn that into a searching pun. Maybe his drone went searching for a new home and decided to make his home here. His home now being the building he is becoming. And this drone's gonna head on back. Looks like, would have thought he would have headed up here to scout, but maybe he just wanted to know where his opponent was. And so now he knows that Tuff is here, but he's not interested in necessarily scouting what's going on. And, I mean, that's a little bit risky. Tuff could be going for some sort of 1-1-1 all-in. But that's really not all that common anymore. You know, now it's 1 Rax Gasless FE is kind of the order of the day in a lot of situations. So Tuff is going to scout out as well. Search has started his spawning pool. I'll bring up that production queue because, or not production queue, but tab, because it provides so much important information. And that way, if I'm totally missing a Dark Shrine going up, you guys can see it, and that way you can know. And then you can go, wow, Squall's really bad at remembering to check the production tab. Fortunately, there's no Protoss in this game, so I'm not going to miss any Dark Templar switches. I could miss a Battlecruiser switch. That would be fun. I would be okay with that. I really have to wonder how shocking that would be. Like, watching this Terran player fighting for his life. I'm like, man, his supply is still awfully high. But he's got so few forces here, and he's really struggling, and oh, there's 10 battlecruisers there, no wonder. And then he just goes on to win the game, because 10 battlecruisers are completely invincible. Not actually, but it feels that way. Anyway, Search doing, making a macro hatch here, of course. I guess just wants to, do kind of a pseudo wall off, make a little sim city to prevent Hellions from getting in. Even though Hellions are less potent than they were in the past due to the Queen range buff, they're still pretty good at killing drones if they manage to get in, so this is definitely not a bad decision. I mean, if you're wanting to get a macro hatch anyways, that's a pretty decent place to put it if you're going up against a Terran opponent. And Tuff looks like he's going for that. He's doing a reactor Hellion opener. Reactor is building on the barracks, and the factory is going up in position to immediately switch over and get them Hellions flowing. And you may wonder, why would Terrans still make Hellions? They're not nearly as good as they used to be. Queens are now invincible to Hellions, and will kill Hellions all day long. And while this is true, Hellions are still a great scouting unit, and they let you get map control, which is really important. The more map control you have, the safer you tend to feel, and the safer you will in fact are. You know, with Hellions out, you can ensure that the Zerg isn't, say, doing what he's doing now, where he's got lings scattered across the map. You know, Zergs can sometimes just scatter lings, like one ling here, a ling here. You know, wherever they want to put them, really. The idea being that way, they can see when the Terran moves out. But if all the Hellions have been forced back by the Hellions, or if all... Did I say all the Hellions forced back? if all the Zerglings have been forced back by Hellions, then the Zerg doesn't know when attacks can potentially come, and that just makes the Zerg a lot more nervous, because Zerg is very much about make a trillion drones, and the moment I see an attack coming, then I make the units I need to defend. And you never want to build units too soon, because if you build units too soon, that's drones you don't have, and that's economy you are falling behind in. So it's a very interesting kind of binary feel of Zerg. Well, they'll just do nothing but drone, 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 and then all of a sudden make an enormous swell of units to avoid dying. Now, Surge has gone up to 2 gases in his main, 2 gases at his natural, making a bunch of Zerglings. I thought maybe that would be to attack, but it looks like he just wants to be able to clear out these destructible rocks so he can get his 3rd down in the near future. And I certainly don't fault him for that. That's one of the things about this map that's a bit of a pain for Zerg, is that it's, well, you have to kill these rocks in order to get your 3rd up. So, these Hellions are going to poke in here, potentially kill some creep tumors. That will, of course, slow down Search's creep spread just a little bit, which is always fantastic. Zergling's going to pull on back because, well, Zerglings don't like Hellions much, and the turbo boost does activate at the last second. Get out of here, run! And those guys weren't too smart because they charged Hellions. Anyways, Hellions just going to scoot on in, see what's up, and get out of there. And, Tough opting to not go check the watchtowers and clear Zerglings away from those. I would like to see him do that. He certainly, it would be very easy for him to do so. Okay, it looks like that's what he set up, so he's going to clear out the one close to his watchtower at the very least. Certainly don't fault him for that, it's a good idea. And it looks like he's pushing out with a fairly beefy force. I think we saw this in the one other match of him we saw, where he just did a Hellion Marauder push. And the whole idea behind this build is Hellions will kill Zerglings all day long, and then if the Zerg player makes roaches to deal with the Hellions, then Marauders are really good against roaches. So this is a pretty potent push by Tough. Surge is making a Spire as well. Don't know how well that'll work, and yeah, this is definitely a rough position for Surge. He has a ton of Zerglings, some Banelings are morphing in, but he's going to lose the macro hatch for sure. Banelings nearly done to Zerglings, probably going to go for it any second now. Oh no, he's got them all grouped up! The Banelings get out though and they just run away. They could have taken out all the Hellions there. But Surge though has managed to clean this up. There are some Marauders left, but Zerglings pretty darn good against Marauders. We'll be able to clean everything up, but Surge did lose his natural. And that's a pretty crippling blow. His 3rd is going to finish in a minute. He didn't lose any workers in that exchange, except for 1 at some point. So, definitely crippling, but not as crippling as it could have been. The 3rd will finish soon, and he will be able to move drones over there to deal with things. And Search, in the meantime, going to use his remaining Zerglings for a counterattack. But there's a full wall there. It is double walled, just to be extra sure. So he should be fine. That said, though, Search does have the ability to make these guys Banelings. Man, those cocoons look really cool. They, like, root themselves to the ground and everything. Look at that. Isn't that neat? But, yeah, so Tough does need to worry about a Baneling less here. He's throwing down 2 secondary bunkers in the back. I don't know if they'll be done in time, though. And here comes Search with a huge swell of Banelings. Just going to crash straight through the front. Will the Hellions be able to kill enough Baneling? Microing back. They crash through the bunker immediately. And Tough microing back as best he can to avoid having the rest of his stuff die to those Banelings. The Zerglings are getting in, but it looks like Tough may have saved just enough to deal with these Zerglings, and Search is forced to fall back. Nicely done by Tough. And just going to immediately redo his wall off with supply depots. How very fortunate. Search, not sure what he's loving. Hopefully we'll expose so imba. Aw, Surge is bitter. Aw. Oh, man. I just, I don't know. I sometimes feel bad when people rage because obviously they're not enjoying themselves. But I always, oh, this guy doesn't have anything in mind. That might be a mistake. But at the same time, I find it kind of amusing. Because, I mean, okay. To be fair, if you're a top pro and you feel there is genuine imbalance, and it's not just you raging, I feel for that, because your ability to earn money and make a living is dependent on your ability to win games. So, in that case, yes, I can understand. But if you're not a pro, you're not playing for money, it's just a game. Relax, guys. Chill. It's all going to be okay. You'll wake up tomorrow, the sun will still be there, even if it's obscured by clouds like it is 355 days of the year in BC, which is where I live. But don't worry, the sun will still be there. It'll all be okay. Unless, of course, the sun goes supernova, but hopefully that won't happen in our lifetime, so I won't be proven wrong. Anyway, Tuff pushing out once again. Gonna kill off a whole bunch of creep tumors. And does Search really have anything to deal with this? He has 30 Zerglings, a bunch of Banelings. Don't know how well this will work out, but Tuff is on creep. The Baneling's getting in, getting some hits. Tuff has split pretty decently, though. And the Baneling's not getting the best hits. However, these Zerglings should be enough to clean up not everything. But that said, a whole bunch more Zerglings are on the way. Are there any mutas on the map? No, there are not. +1 air attacks is on the way, so I feel like he wants to make mutas. But has that even been scouted by Tuff? Did Tuff scout? Yeah, he knows there is a Spire. So, I'm not sure why he hasn't made any mutas yet. He certainly has the money to do so, and the supply. Does he have the larvae? He's got some larvae. He could definitely do it. It could be he doesn't know that Tuff has scanned in and seen the Spire, and is hoping to do a giant muta switch at some point and catch Tuff off guard. But since the Spire was seen, Tuff knows what's up. And yeah, he's already set up a few missile turrets at the 3rd, none at the natural just yet. Oh, another big battle going on here. Lots of Zerglings, getting a big surround, killing lots of stuff. Hellions microing back as best they can. The Marines up front to take the hits. And I imagine the Marines can't be too happy about that, because they're like, dude, we have less hit points than you Hellions. And the Hellions are like, we're more important for killing Zerglings, so we need to stay alive. The glories of micro and how different units take different levels of priority. Oh, huge swell of Zergling coming in once again. And Tuff struggling just a little bit to deal with this many Zerglings. That's so many. You will see that indeed Search is trying to make a 3rd here. Lighting the forest on fire. Man, I love those little details. This game has so many cool little details that you just don't notice when you're playing because, well, you're busy trying to micro and macro and use all your APM effectively. So, yeah. I said that in one of my recent games. I don't remember which, but I know I've already said that. If you're going Squall, you're repeating the same lines over and over. Don't worry, I know. I'm not senile, really. Tuff gonna have to cancel that command center just barely in the link of time. This SCV is the luckiest man in all of existence. There were 3 pages of Zerglings ready to kill him, and they all turned away and ran away. That guy is on the cell phone with his wife going, right now, going, honey, you won't believe what just happened. I nearly died. There were like 50 Zerglings in my face, and then they all turned and ran away. Like, there's definitely some divine entity looking out for me. Oh, man. So, Tuff trying to micro to take out some Banelings. Loses a few Hellions in the process, but not a big deal. And Ravens with Seeker missiles. This is now the best game in all of existence. Where are those Ravens coming out from? 2 starports making Ravens, double producing them. Corvid Reactor, I do believe it's called, which makes the Ravens come out with 75 energy. Oh, I'm so happy to see this. In case you guys didn't know, I really like the Raven, and I really like Seeker missiles. And they are fantastic. So, yep, this Raven was just born, and it already has over 80 energy, so... Oh, got a drop going on down here. Spine Caller explodes, lots of drones getting shredded to pieces by bullets, because that's what bullets do. And these drones are definitely at the bottom of the food chain as far as intelligence goes, because they all just sat there and took it. These Marines also close to the bottom of the food chain because they sat there and took it. From 5 pages of Zerglings. Now there's another drop here. Was he trying to focus down something? I don't know. I don't really see any buildings being too low on HP, so not sure what that was trying to accomplish. And wow, Search really likes his Zerglings. He has so many. Is he moving up to Hive? He should really think that if he's looking to stay on Zerglings this heavily, he should definitely look at moving up to Hive so that way he can get adrenal glands. Because that would benefit his DPS output by 20%. Because I can math, or I can just read tooltips that say 20% attack speed increase. Yeah. Planetary Fortress, morphing in. Will it finish in time? Mass repair needs to happen, like, now. Oh, and the PF's done. Bam! 10 kills with one shot. Bam! 16 kills. Even more kills. Will the PF go down? I don't know. There's Hellions here to reinforce. The Zerglings are still trying to kill, and it looks like the Planetary Fortress will indeed go down. Tuff not arriving quite in time, but he is compensated by slaughtering the Zerglings. That was a genocide of Zerglings, man. Look at all that blood. Oh, that is horrible. The queens are really upset now because, you know, about 100 of their children are just mercilessly slaughtered. Oh, boy. So there was another drop here. Not sure how many drones it killed. There's been decent numbers of worker kills on both sides. And oh, so many Banelings going down to those Hellions. The Zerglings streaming in. But Tuff, his bio is just a little bit too strong. He's got 2-2. And while the Zerglings have 2-2 as well, bio is just really good. It looks like we got another drop here. And oh, Hunter Seeker Missile time. Come on, just, you know you wanna. Okay, do it on all these Zerglings when they are born, please. Do the Hunter Seeker Missiles. Yes! Hit the mutas! No, stop running away. Oh, that makes me sad. So there are some auto turrets going down. These do have 150 health, so they're actually pretty good for tanking damage. Search with a very hearty, love you. You're a loving lover. That's what he's saying right now. And you got away with this love. You left game. Well, I was very happy to see the Hunter Seeker Missile. I'm just a little bit heartbroken that it didn't actually hit the Mutalisk. Oh, it did! I didn't see it hit the Mutalisk. Well, I'm happy about that. And we got the auto turrets too, which are also kind of cool. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are watching this from the vVvTuff channel, please do consider checking out my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Squallcasting. I have lots more Starcraft 2 content there, including just general community replays of people in the community from Bronze all the way up to Masters, and also lots of pro games, so featuring players like, you know, Huck, Teja, MC, MVP, Dongrengu, etc. So, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.